Hey, everybody, welcome back to Freeze Frame, episode 68, the show where we stop and take a moment to discuss all the heavily talked about news of the week having to do with movies, TV, streaming, and pop culture. I am your host, as always, Ryder Maldonado, joined, as always, the easygoing lifestyle of Vincent DeSantis with the uneasy stomach, though.
Easygoing lifestyle with the uneasy
No.
stomach. You hate to see it, dude. You hate to see it. What's up, Ryder? How you doing?
Doing great,
I'm
dude.
trying to get on my text right for the clip here. I'm like in OBS. Just we're here just jamming. We're recording the episode and we're just making moves on the fly right now. It's pretty incredible.
Staying productive while we're chatting. It's great. Multitasking.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Truly.
It has been a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, where the move is finally complete. I mean, for those of you watching the videos on YouTube, you'll see the background still needs work, but we're working on it. Ladies and gentlemen, give us a review on audio platforms. Let us know what you think. We appreciate you guys listening at home. We have our Discord as well, which we hopefully plan to revamp. We'll try and get going on the Discord. Got some new plans for that. TikTok for updates, of course. You guys know our TikTok is our bread and butter. And then, of course, we got Instagram and Twitter and all the social media you can imagine. And our latest videos include the Hero-gasm reaction, which was pretty fun time. That was good.
Sheesh. Yeah.
We also lately did the Obi-Wan finale, so in case you want to catch up on that, I know it's a little later, but we break it down, give our thoughts on the whole show as a whole. And then of course we got the gaming side of everything we know about Final Fantasy, the new game.
Final Fantasy 16, baby.
Final Fantasy 16, yeah. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it. We're gonna go ahead and get into some topics, kind of some major stuff that happened in the past couple of weeks. First up, Marvel Studios is returning to Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know how you feel about this, Vince.
Before we get into this, how you doing, dude? Talk about the movie a little bit. Let's get it. I mean, you can relax a little bit, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm eager. I'm excited. We got a lot, but dude, I'm feeling great. Thanks for asking. I'm excited. This was like a new chapter, for those of you at home listening. We, strictly casual. We had a little meeting. We're chatting about the future, what we wanted to do, and I'm personally excited because it's always fun doing this. And I think we got a lot of fun stuff that we want to do because we're having fun with it. And we're always trying to change it up. And so I'm feeling relaxed now. The stress is gone from the move. I'm settled in now. Got the setup. Everything's working. It's like, fingers crossed that everything's working. So we're just kind of like doing it now. And I'm waiting for September. No.
Wow.
Why
already?
Yeah, no, I know. But how are you doing lately?
Doing good, dude. Doing good. Just a lot of stresses of what the next couple months are looking like for me because I have no idea. But other than that, can't complain. Life's good.
Okay, that's good. Glad to know. You feeling happy? I'm feeling
happy. Overall, I'm feeling happy. Yeah.
That's good. You always gotta check in on the mental health for the friends.
I check in on the homies.
Okay.
I get it. I love it. Okay, now let's get in to some of this news, Ryder. What were you saying? What were you talking about here?
So little announcement. Marvel Studios returning to Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con 2022, which they haven't been there since 2019. Now this comes as a huge surprise because as far as we were concerned on the internet, like a lot of scoopers and people, reliable sources were saying, no, Marvel's skipping San Diego Comic-Con and they're going straight to D23. So why the sudden I don't know, the sudden twist and the last plans? I don't know, maybe something's huge in store, but
I'm going to say that it's not something huge in store. I'm going to assume that this is them missing being at Comic-Con or people enjoying seeing them at Comic-Con. I don't know. It could be something huge, but what would huge be? Would that just be a new movie?
Yeah.
Would that be
or like a casting announcement of something of like Fantastic Four or whatever, but I hope they go light with it. Here's the thing. I've heard news of maybe they just show Black Panther trailer. They announce a couple titles here and there, and they announce some casting stuff, but they keep it light, small show. They bring out a lot of cast, a lot of crew, but they keep it light with the reveals and the big kind of like slate plan of like here's phase 5 and 6 and beyond is the D23 show. Like here's the big stuff. That's what my hope is.
Is that kind of what we're expecting this year? Is to see what the next phase or plan is for the rest of Phase 4? Well, when does Phase 4 end?
Phase 4 ends. Well, we still have a couple movies. We got Thor, Black Panther, Ant-Man, the Marvels, Guardians, and then I think even Fantastic Four. So I think there's about 6, but we're more than half, I'd say.
Okay.
About half, more than half.
In stream last night, people were talking about how it's Thor and then Black Panther would be the next Marvel movie to come out. But then what's after that? Is it Guardians 3?
I think it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania, I think, is February, March.
I'm pretty excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp, actually. I think that's
That'll
That
be a
would be
big
one of
one.
my most excited ones coming out because
Me too.
not just I mean, I love Paul Rudd,
Yeah.
and I think that could be great.
And
So
Jonathan
we'll
Majors
see.
is in it. Like,
I know, and I'm very
so
stoked for that.
might
I like
connect to
Jonathan Majors a
Loki in
lot.
a weird way and all that. But
Right.
yeah, I hope they go live. We'll see. We'll gauge. We'll gauge on like what's happening in D23 with this show at San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige says fans will learn more about Marvel's next big saga in the coming months. I think they have many clues already, and they are at least apparent to me of where this whole saga is going. So I don't know. Coming months, is San Diego Comic Con, D23.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening. It's like here's the
Right.
future. Here's where we're leading to, the Avengers level threat. Like I think that's what he's hinting at.
We're like in phase 1
Yeah.
right now
That's
of
crazy.
whatever the new thing is. Yeah.
And
Kind
they're
of wild.
like they're announcing Thanos. You know what I mean? Like there was
Yeah.
do you remember when they announced, I think they did it at the El Capitan, when Feige kind of announced Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2. It was that time.
Okay.
And then Robert Downey Jr. came out with Chris Evans, and it was Civil War. And then Chadwick Boseman, that was the first
Oh, that's
announcement. He
tight.
came out for Black Panther. And it was like this
Mhm.
huge show, but it was very,
Right.
very exclusive.
Yeah.
Like it was only leaked footage. And that's when they showed Infinity War Part 1 and 2. They showed Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, and that was a big reveal. I think it was like 2015 or 16. It was early.
Got you.
But this
Cool.
takes me back to that.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm sure it's gonna be Black Panther. That's
Yeah,
gotta be it,
yeah.
right? And then they saved all their big stuff for their own
I
event
hope so.
because
Hope so.
it's just like same with video games and stuff like that. Like we just watched Summer Games Fest or something. You did not see the big hitters from Xbox or PlayStations because they're saving those for their own events. It's the same
Mhm.
thing. They want to save their big hitters for their own events here.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
that's how it goes.
Yep. Elvis recently released this past weekend. What's your take? Are you ready to
Oh
see
yeah, I'm
this?
excited.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Baz Luhrmann, and of course I like Tom Hanks, and it looks interesting. It looks like a fun time. I don't know. I've heard some mixed things though. You really liked it.
Yeah.
A lot of people when it came out were like, "Oh, we're not into it," but
Mhm.
I think it looks interesting. So I'm excited to see it.
I
For
think
sure.
they didn't like it because of the Baz Luhrmann. And I mean, if you like Baz Luhrmann, this is just splattered Baz of the editing and
cool.
the jarringness of it. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
it is, I would say, kind of tiring because of the editing is so much. The whole movie is
Oh, okay.
this
Yeah.
editing style, and so you're kind of like, oh my gosh, it's not settling. It's just constantly going, so you got to keep up with it. And I get
Sure.
when people made that complaint, but it's very much, a splash of Elvis and his story, and I think it's very touching and heartfelt, especially toward the end. The last 30 minutes were
Okay.
like very like, man, just you try to honor. I mean, they honored him really well of who he was, and
Okay.
I mean his performance is the standout. You watch this movie, it's for
Yeah.
Austin Butler's Elvis, and man,
Right.
he'll probably win the Oscar for this. It was crazy. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were like
Wow.
just
All right,
shocked at like this. He looks so much like Elvis. Toward the later half, they put prosthetics on him. He looks so much like Elvis. It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I don't know exactly when I'll get around to it, but I'm sure I will see it. It might be one of those things where I wait till it's out of theaters and then watch it, but
Okay.
we'll see.
Let me know when you
Yeah.
do. I want to see
Okay.
this. I don't know.
Alright.
You could not. I mean, for anyone, it could be like, nah, it's not for me.
I like his
Yeah.
style, so I
Yeah.
Boz's style, so I'm excited to see it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Moving into some Disney news. Oh, this is insane to me. Guy Ritchie is set to direct Disney's live-action Hercules remake with the Russo brothers set to produce. Ritchie previously directed the live-action Aladdin remake. This is crazy to me that Guy Ritchie directed the Aladdin remake. I had no idea.
Me too. I had no idea.
Guy Ritchie doing movies such as The Gentleman and like big action crime movies.
It seems
That's
so
like his
different.
bread and butter.
And then
Yeah.
he's like, oh, let me hop in Disney and just do some Disney classics. Like, oh, okay. I didn't know
I
that.
could see
Cool.
Hercules is well, Aladdin can get dark. I think Aladdin has dark moments, but Hercules is a pretty dark story overall, if you like really think about it. And I think Guy Ritchie might be able to do some cool action stuff with like showing the gods and like showing like I think that could be pretty interesting.
Mhm. I'm interested
know?
to see who he casts, and like you know who
Yeah.
you might cast. I think his name is Charlie Hunnam. Charlie Hunnam from The Gentleman.
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine you
From
cast.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, Sons of
Yeah.
Anarchy too. So like someone like that, where it's like a guy he's previously
hilarious.
worked with, or like
Yeah.
Jason Statham. Imagine.
Right, yes, Wrath of Man.
Yeah.
That was his movie with
It was
Jason
like,
Statham.
I'm Hercules. It was. It's so jarring
Hercules.
to watch. Like,
That'd be awesome.
what is going on?
He casts Colin Farrell as Hercules. That would be epic.
That would be great. And then who would be? Oh, and
Colin
then,
Farrell will be in this movie. I'm calling it now. Like, Guy Ritchie will cast Colin Farrell as like a random like
Dude,
side
or he
character.
could be what's the bad guy's name? I guess
Oh, the guy with the fire head thing?
yeah, him.
Dang it, I don't know.
Who
I
played
haven't
him? I think
seen it
not
in so
Adam
long.
West. Who played him before? I think James Woods. Oh, James Woods. James Woods played him. I
Okay.
think. I just know his name
Hmm.
from Family Guy. Anyways, okay, sorry, but that's yeah.
No, Hercules
James Woods played. Yeah, just it's
bad guy
Here we go. Here we go. Ready
is
and
it's Hades. It's Hades.
Hades. There we go. Yeah, I
Of
was
course
like
it's Hades.
Colin Farrell as Hades. That would be
That would
fun.
be dude. Oh my god, that
this
would actually be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah, I don't
funny.
know. I also like Greek mythology a lot, and so I think this could be cool. Also, Hercules is like they could do a lot of stuff with live action. I just hope it's not. I mean, obviously it's Disney. It's going to be like made for kids and stuff like that. But there's a lot they can do with it, and I don't want them to play it safe doing a
Oh
If you're
yeah.
doing a live action, you have to play around with it a little bit. You
Mhm.
got to do some inventive, fun stuff, or else there's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
no reason for it to
Go
happen.
crazy.
So I think Guy Ritchie's actually a pretty good choice here to do
Mhm.
Hercules. I that gets me a little more excited about it.
Yeah.
It's like having our guy David whatever his face who did the Green Knight do
Oh, Sandberg? I
not
think
Pen-
it's is it Sandberg?
uh
Yeah, yeah.
no, no, no. David Lowry, David.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Um,
Yeah, doing what like Pan or Peter Pan, right? Or
yeah, he's doing Peter Pan. Like
yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
some good directing choices right there. Those are some good directing
Yeah.
choices.
So
Absolutely.
this is cool.
Something that's crazy and probably not entirely serious. Craven the Hunter. Now, just like Morbius, I am so interested to see what this is. But if this movie gets memed out of heck, I'm not gonna watch it. Like that's what I with Morbius, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch this movie because it
I,
seems
it's dumb.
yeah,
I
it's
literally
dumb.
not excited in the slightest. In the slightest.
But and then they also say so. Here's the note, right? Aaron Taylor Johnson reveals that Kraven the Hunter is shot entirely on location, which is
Great.
kind of like okay, cool. I don't know how, and
Amazing.
I doubt that with Sony's track record of Morbius and Spider-Man's when they're all CGI in volume.
I'll tell you about the best action movie of the year and the worst action movie of the year, Ryder.
Oh,
The worst being Morbius and the best being RRR. And oh my
man.
god. Oh my god.
We'll have to talk about that briefly here. Maybe
Yeah,
at the
nothing
end.
can touch it, bro. Nothing has been able to touch it this year
I'll
when it
say
comes
it
to an
now.
action standpoint.
I haven't even finished the movie, and it's my recommendation.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my recommendation.
Yep. But yeah, Kraven the Hunter.
You're not ready for how it ends. You're not ready.
Oh
It's so
man.
good.
Okay. I'm fully expecting the most wild bonkers stuff ever, but yeah, Kraven the Hunter. It's crazy because they also said the character is changing from a hunter to an animal advocate and an advocate for like animal nature reserves and
Of
stuff,
course.
which is so
Of
polar
course
opposite of what the character is. So
It's so whatever.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I just there's nothing that can excite me about a Sony movie, a Sony superhero movie. There's literally nothing.
Mhm. Unless it's the new
Like I don't.
Spider-Man with Miles.
Maybe. I hope they don't do it. I hope they don't do it. To be
Yeah.
honest, I'd rather not have it than have a
Haven't.
really terrible version of it that everybody makes fun of. I'd so much.
Yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely.
Let's stick with. We got the video game that is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
have a
you
great. I would love to see a live action. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see an actor in live action, but you better do it right. You better do it right.
Mhm.
And I don't think Sony can do it right. So
Yeah. Hand over the keys to Feige.
please, yeah, why not?
He has
God.
too much on his plate.
All right, next up is some Star Wars news. Deborah Chow, who's the director of Obi-Wan Kenobi, says there are more stories to tell for a potential Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2. Quote, she says, "I think this story was very much conceived to be its own standalone."
Hand clap. She's saying no. I don't know why the
But
quote
no, this
says
headline.
there are
This
more.
headline.
It's contradictory, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just taking her quote as what she said as fact. Whether I guess the quote was wrong about there are more stories to tell, but and then she says it was conceived to be its own standalone. It's like, thank God, just leave it be. I
Yeah.
got what I wanted. Would you want a season 2 or would?
Not at all. I don't want a season 2 at all. I was honestly very skeptical about Obi-Wan season 1 in general, where I mean, I think the show had a lot of flaws, but it did hit for me like emotionally and stuff. I don't think it's like I don't know. It's tough, man. I just still don't think the Disney Plus format is like good.
It's interesting. It's so fascinating because I just want to know what's going on with the business side of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and I'm sure they got a lot of people to view this. They got made a lot of
mhm.
money, but, like, what's gonna be next? I saw some people like, "Oh, bring back General Grievous and have him
Oh,
fight
for
Obi-Wan for
what?
this season." I'm
Yeah,
like,
it blew up.
"Stop."
Yeah,
Like, what's Obi-Wan gonna do now? Like, is he
yeah,
gonna become unhermited once again? Is that the
yeah.
plot of the second
Right.
one? Uh, I
It's
don't
just
know.
making
I don't know.
a whole arc become little arcs of nonsense. You know, like, I
And
mean,
I'm saying this now, like, somebody's gonna have to show me this when they do an Obi-Wan season 2, and I get all excited about an Obi-Wan season 2, and then you're like, "Wait, Vin, do you remember after season 1 when you said to do no more Obi-Wan?" I was like, "Yeah, I
I'd be
remember."
happy to be wrong. I'd be happy to be wrong, but it
Sure.
seems very unlikely considering
It's
they did good with it. You put the nail in the coffin. He's done. And then you watch episode 4. You don't need more. Just watch the movies, right?
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't know.
Right.
That's
I agree.
I'm glad at least Deborah says it's a standalone. Um,
Yeah. I thought Deborah Chow did a good job with this.
yeah, some of the best episodes were her, and there's a
She
lot of
no, all she did all the
oh
episodes.
they were all her. Okay, I
Yeah,
thought
this
okay,
is why
yeah,
this is the first
they
time
have it.
that a single person has directed all the episodes of a Disney Plus show.
And it's
It's usually
coherent. It made like it
yeah.
wasn't different.
Right,
Great.
every other like, even every Marvel show and every, even the Clone Wars and stuff like that, every single episode is, like, a different person. Maybe the same person has a couple episodes in there, but, like,
Hmm.
it's not one cohesive mind
Yeah,
doing the whole thing, so that's why
a
I don't
little
know.
jumbled. It's a little jumbled sometimes.
It
You're
can be,
watching and you're like,
yeah,
oh, okay, I get it, but not really. But
yeah, so,
he,
keep doing that.
here's something crazy. We're going to DC now, which oh
Yeah.
man, probably the most wild stuff I think we've heard in recent years with big blockbusters. Right? That's the Flash and what's going on with Ezra Miller. So
God.
this happened, I want to say 2 weeks ago, a while ago. Ezra Miller's been in the headlines a lot with what's going on with his crimes and like kidnappings and all this, like crazy stuff, right? So they just announced, DC announced that he will not be a part of any future projects, regardless if there are more allegations or not. And there were more following this statement. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
they in this house, he had, like, over some odd amount of guns in this house with 3 children on this farm, like, like a whole thing. It was a whole
dude,
thing.
the guy's sick, man. Like he needs to be like
Yeah.
taken and disciplined and punished. And like,
Mind blowing.
yeah, it's
Mind
crazy
blowing
what's
how
going
one
on.
of this superhero we're gonna be, pretending to cheer on is
Oh, absolutely.
also a kidnapper.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
has
absolutely.
kidnapped children before. I don't know, it's just so funny.
It's very saddening for DC and all the people that worked on this. There's currently
Yeah.
been no decision on how to deal with their involvement with the Flash. And then I
I'm sure
said,
it's really tough, yeah.
what should they do with this film? Do you want to see a theater release, HBO Max release, or no release? I don't know. What
I mean, I don't know. I think you released the movie still. It's eh, people worked on it. It's not like probably millions of dollars have gone into it. I don't see why they shouldn't release it. I think this is like great lore behind the
Mhm.
movie now. This will actually make probably this is getting so many headlines. I'm sure more people will go see it because of
Yeah.
this.
Hmm. I
Um,
was just about to say. All
I
right.
I don't think you should can the movie, but I don't think you should have Ezra Miller on any sort of press tour. Like
Hmm.
he has to be punished, I guess, for what he's done. And I don't. You can have his co-stars. Make his co-stars be the
Michael
shine.
Keaton, Sasha Cal introduced as Supergirl. Like that's
Sure.
crazy. This is gonna be
Michael Ke
a crazy movie.
is Michael Keaton in, like, 2 minutes? He's gonna be, like a minute of the movie, maybe less. Less than a minute of the movie.
No, way more,
Way more.
way more. I think,
Okay.
yeah. Let's
So I
just say
guess maybe we
way
see some
more.
more Michael Keaton, but
Yeah.
yeah, sure, have other people, but yeah,
One
there's
would
no need to put
say
Ezra Miller on.
following this movie, DC became probably more confusing. I would say with what their plan is, right? Because
Would one say?
well,
One would
okay,
say
because
that.
okay. Well, let me ask you because my idea was that DC was trying to erase Snyder's world, right, with the Justice League and all them, and kind of reboot and start new, right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm hoping they do. I mean, I don't hope they do that
sure.
because I love that
Okay.
Snyderverse with those actors,
Mhm.
and I don't know. That's kind of okay. So you agree, right? That's what they seem
That
like they're
what?
trying to do. That they're trying to erase that.
Oh, I have no clue what DC's doing.
Okay.
I got no clue. I
That's the thing.
I
I don't
couldn't
know.
even
Maybe
begin
it's
to
in my
guess.
head, but it's confusing, right?
As the average Joe who enjoys these DC movies, enjoys them. I'm an avid enjoyer of a DC film. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and say they're the best movies ever made. I'm probably not gonna say go bring your friends to go see this movie or anything like that. But as the average enjoyer, I got no clue what they're doing over there at DC. I couldn't tell you. I like Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Snyder Cut might be the best DC movie.
Yeah. No, I
Nope,
agree.
scratch that. Batman is literally exists, but
Oh, well,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I guess in Snyder World, yeah.
Yeah, in
And
Snyder
all
World.
that. Okay, well, we can move on. That's crazy stuff.
Okay, moving on to other studios. Leah Sado is in talks to play Lady Margot in Dune Part 2. Leah
The T
Sado
is silent,
is
I
so
think.
what?
I think the T is silent. Margot,
What?
isn't it Margot?
Oh, Lady Margot? I don't know. I keep thinking about Elden Ring where they
Oh,
did
they actually.
Morgott and it's Morgott.
Oh, they
Like it's
actually
a whole
say it. Oh,
thing.
they pronounce it. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's all
it
gross.
probably is. It's Dune World. I'm probably wrong. I wasn't
I don't
laughing at.
know.
I just thought it was funny because
It could be Margot, you're right. But
no, it's
I've been
Margot.
watching
Hmm.
Lea Seydoux in Death Stranding, Hideo Kojima's
Oh
game,
yeah,
and she's really good in that. And the facial capture is crazy. It's like I'm watching
yeah.
No Time to Die or French Dispatch or other
Hmm.
movies that she's in and stuff. So pretty cool.
Was it you that
That she,
saw or was it no? James saw Crimes of the Future, right?
yeah, James Saw Crimes of the Future.
Yeah. I wonder what James thought of Lea Seydoux. She's great.
He said the movie was like just okay, like
Okay.
not very good. So
Okay. I heard it was like
uh,
funny at times, which
yeah, that's what I heard
I saw a
too.
clip of Kristen Stewart, and her acting was good, yes, but also kind of
Odd.
like funny. Like,
Oh,
hey, is it true that surgery is the new sex? And I was like, what?
I
Wait,
gotta
yeah.
I gotta watch this. As a matter of fact, I'll probably pirate it tonight. We'll see.
Okay, great, love it. You gotta send me your go-to links, your go-to website.
I can't. Dude, I have a program on my computer.
Oh, really? Oh, I
It's free.
hear about
It's a free
this.
program.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can
That's
tell
cool.
you. I can show you later.
And we'll
Pretty
spread
nice.
it. We'll spread it throughout the community. No, just kidding.
I don't believe in
No.
pirating. I actually
No.
believe in going to the theater and seeing these movies, so I probably
Yes.
won't pirate it. I gotta buy my Regal pass today so I can go see Minions with my sister and
Oh.
then go see Thor and then maybe
Wow.
Elvis if I have the pass. I can see whatever I
Wow.
want.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there you go. This is crazy, man. You might like this. Next Planet of the Apes film is scripted and sets up a new trilogy.
Yeah, I don't know about this because I think the thing that made the Planet of the Apes movie so good was the director.
Matt
It's
Reeves' vision
Matt Reeves,
to make a
and
trilogy, and
I think he was pretty damn good. Matt Reeves did not do the first one though. He did
oh
just
yeah,
the
okay.
second two, I
But probably
think.
one of the best arcs for films. Like it's so like it starts
Yeah,
here, here's the middle, and here's the end, and it's a whole. The trilogy connects well, you know.
I mean, if we're talking blockbusters here too, because the Planet of the Apes movies are absolutely
Hmm.
blockbusters, big budget movies that released as trying to have a broad audience of like adults and kids, that kind of thing. Um, I think Planet of the Apes is super successful blockbuster. The whole trilogy's great.
Absolutely.
And so
It's.
I hope they can find that again and kind of do well with that. Um, I don't want to see the same story that we just saw recently,
I
you
felt.
know?
I'll probably have to say this off the. Just remind me about a Planet of the Apes quote that I'll have to tell you. What I feel like
No,
it's
you
gonna
should
be.
say it.
No, no. I think they're going to include, like, to make this movie different than the original trilogy. They'll probably add more of like Hollywood themes. You know what I mean? Like they'll just push that. Like I could see it being so, um, you know, like. I just
I
don't
don't
want
know
to.
where you're going with this,
Yeah, I
man. I don't
don't.
know
I
where you're
just
going
don't.
with
I
this.
just
Okay.
don't. Just don't. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
Anyways,
All right. Fair enough.
it'll be
Fair enough.
cool. I'll see it. I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
But I was just I was gonna say, do you know that the Planet of the Apes, the original, like the very first original, it was cool because I think they connect it in a way because the original is like these guys from space, they're like
Yeah.
the astronauts, right? And at the end credits for the first movie of this trilogy, well, there was a little Easter egg that on TV you see a rocket of these space people and there's of
Sure.
astronauts and they're saying going to space for like 15 years to explore new things, and they set off in a rocket, right? And then
Yeah.
by the time this trilogy ends,
Right.
the whole world is completely taken over. So
This is like a prequel trilogy to the
yeah,
original movies,
it's so
basically, which
crazy
is
that
cool.
if you watch that, you'd be like, "What happened?" Like, well, you can watch the movies and see what happened.
I'm
Crazy.
assuming this next trilogy would have the story of the astronauts coming down or something like that, and then
Mhm.
finding it, or maybe a different story inside where the world's already taken over by apes. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my guess.
Absolutely. Mhm.
Euphoria's Hunter Schafer joins the Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes as Tigris Snow. Is this just a movie, A Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds, or is this a book?
I believe that, no, this is a movie. Yeah, this is a movie, and I think this is the prequel one with President Snow, where he's like a young man and he's in his prime.
Let me tell you something. How shit is the title, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes? Is this not the winds of, or the Song of Ice and Fire? Is that not what this is? Or like
Oh my
a
goodness.
straight off rip of all of George R. R. Martin's titles with the same kind of like
You're
phonetic.
right. All those, they're like, let's make a kid book, and I know what to title it. We're gonna do a play on words for the mature book Game of Thrones, but this will be for the kids.
That's the vibe I get right off the bat here.
I just can't believe they're franchising everything. Like literally nowadays, they're trying to franchise every single piece of media they can.
I think Hunger Games already franchised. You know what I mean? They already sold out franchised. Like,
so I guess I guess what I'm saying is like I thought it was done. And they're like, no, let's just bring it back. We gotta keep bringing it back.
Of course, they're gonna keep bringing it back because it's
crazy.
This is gonna be this movie's gonna be lifeless. I think absolutely lifeless money grab.
You know what I was just about to ask you? I was about to ask you this: is Harry Potter, is that back? Is that a franchise back? They made a whole other trilogy.
What do you mean?
I was gonna be like, because I was thinking of like Deathly Hallows Part 2, and I was like, so did they bring Harry Potter back? Is that like, did they bring their franchise back? Not remembering the entire trilogy that they made off of that. So like same concept, trying to do the same thing. Like,
yeah, they're gonna keep doing spin-offs. Yeah, exactly. Secrets of Dumbledore.
How funny.
So I have no hope in Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That movie is going to be absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible.
But the hype for the kids. Oh, well, it won't even be the kids. It'll be the adults now. Because when we were 14 and we were at the theater watching the first one.
It's our age. They're trying to market this to our age. Because as kids we read the books or something.
They said, y'all are all watching Euphoria. Let's get Hunter Schafer in there.
Yep. It's for English teachers around the world and kids our age who read these books.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. Another franchise is coming back too. Another reboot seems. Spy Kids is coming back. A Netflix reboot, which I thought they just had a reboot.
Literally shoot me. Gina Rodriguez, Zachary Levi, Everly Carganilla.
Yeah, I think so. The last two are the kids, the two new kids, but the parents will be Gina and Zach. Robert Rodriguez is doing this, so I mean, as long as he's attached, you'll keep that.
Robert Rodriguez does not do good stuff always. He does good stuff sometimes.
No, you know why? You know why? Because he films in his backyard, dude. He gets his camcorder. And he says, all right, kids, let's go play in the backyard. He films it, sends it off to Netflix. He says, there's the movie. Just do it.
He's like, this is it.
He's such a casual, well, not a casual. He's such a laid back filmmaker in the vein of like, yo, I'm keeping this low budget. I'm keeping this very,
Did Robert Rodriguez do Spy Kids 3 or Spy Kids 2D?
He did, yeah. He did all those.
Because Spy Kids 3D is truly great.
Yeah. He did those.
Spy Kids 3D Game Over, written by Robert Rodriguez and directed. That has a
he probably edited the thing too.
$1 million budget. There's no way. $38 million budget.
Oh, dang. I was like, geez, that's insane. He probably edits those because he talks about in his house. He just edits those movies all himself, which is crazy.
Oh my God, dude. It's just wild. Spy Kids 3D, so good, dude. You have Elijah Wood show up in this.
Oh, yeah.
You have Sylvester Stallone's in this. Are you kidding me?
Big
Carmen.
cast.
Literally biggest crush of my life was
honestly
was the sister as a kid. You have this movie's perfect.
Honestly, perfect. And then, oh my God, no, I can't tell you. My biggest crush was the girl that he liked. What was the glitch, dude?
Oh my God, remember? The glitch. Yep,
dude, that
Spy
was
Kids 3D. Great movie.
Looking at
never gets old.
I'm looking at where they are right now.
Let's not forget Spy Kids 1 with the thumbs. It's still a joke I make. Maybe every single week that I look like one of those thumbs, and it's just the truth. I think I do.
What? No, are you serious? That's so funny.
The thumbs are hilarious. I love the thumbs.
Oh wow, it's crazy how long it was. 2003. So the actress that plays. Oh wait, never mind. That was not her. That was the mom. Not me looking up this whole. Salma Hayek too. Oh, because she was in. I forget that Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they did the double feature. They did.
So wild.
Didn't they do Death Proof and
movie that World War? It was like World War something. grandmother. Where is this? Emily Osment. Okay, Matt O'Leary, Gertie and Gary Giggles, Demetra, Courtney Jins. Wait, this is her. How old is she
This
now?
is hilarious. I love this. Spy Kids, like, where are the Spy Kids people now? And they
Mhm.
start off with like Antonio Banderas found continued success in film. Well, that's because Spy Kids was a side thing for him and not really his.
Yeah.
He was already very successful.
Uh-huh. Oh wow, dude! You look at her now, and she's so much older. That's so crazy. Well, I mean, she's not that much older, but I'm saying like, you see them age up.
Yeah, good stuff.
She was a
Man.
child actor. Like she doesn't do it. Her last project was 2017.
Yeah, I'm sure that some of them. I mean, child actors do not always stay acting for their lives. That's like
Yeah,
it's usually just a blip for them.
it's crazy. Or maybe their parents make them do it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wild stuff. Okay, well, yeah, yeah. The reason why I said that is about the backyard stuff is because I think We Can Be Heroes, with Pedro Pascal. I think there were some scenes with all the kids where he literally is shooting in his backyard. Like he just got the
What is
camera
We
in.
Could Be Heroes?
That's a Netflix film that he recently did with like Lava Girl was in it, like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and Pedro Pascal, the guy from Narcos and Logan, like all the kids were the hero, were the children of the heroes, and they all get kidnapped. We talked about a long
Oh,
time
wait,
ago.
hold on. Is this Lava Girls in this movie?
Yeah,
As Lava Girl?
yeah, it's crazy,
Is
right?
Shark Boy in it?
It's not Taylor Lautner. It's Shark Boy with a mask. It's just a random actor. I don't know why Taylor Lautner's not in it though. Isn't that wild?
This is the multiverse of Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, it is honestly crazy. Pedro Pascal.
Why have I not heard of this? This is so funny to me. What
Yeah,
the
Lava
crap? It looks
Girl.
terrible.
Oh, and then
It looks
even
just like Spy Kids.
Han from Fast and Furious, he's in it. They got him in.
Dude, it looks like he just built this set in his backyard, literally, like you said, and like was like, "All right, we're shooting." Hey, someone get some.
Did.
Let me call Home Depot, see if they can install some LED lights in here before we shoot this shot. Like, can Best Buy come out? This TV's not working. Like, can we call the Geek Squad real quick?
He's
fix
making a
this
joke
up?
with the cast. He's like, "Yo, I don't want the budget to go over $100 a day. I'm keeping it
Good
$100."
God.
And then
that looks
okay,
hilarious.
John Favreau. This is just we're diving into Robert Rodriguez. John Favreau did a cooking show, right, for Chef. He had an
Yep.
episode all on Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez has a stone oven in his house. The whole
Yeah.
episode, he was cooking as he's talking to John Favreau and his chef buddy. He's cooking like pizzas, fresh pizzas.
I love it.
Desserts, all this meals like from scratch, dude. He's such a good chef, Robert Rodriguez.
Wow.
And like
Okay.
he's probably cooking the food for the kids. Like, here you go, kids. I'm making
Good.
stuff for you, and
He is
Yeah.
crafty on set.
Yes.
Robert Rodriguez is not only
Crafty,
director,
it's just-
but he wakes up at 2 a.m. every morning and cooks both hot meals for the cast and crew.
This is great. We're gonna do a whole like episode.
That's our best bit ever. The Robert Rodriguez cooking bit.
I love that. That's great.
Huge
Oh,
fan.
man.
Okay. Let's move on. We have some more things to go here.
Yeah.
We got a lot. The Invisible Man director, Leo Whannell, is in talks to helm
My boy.
the Green Hornet and Kato film. Didn't Seth Rogen already do this with
Yeah. I appreciate the film. I love it. One of my faves.
I've never seen it.
Oh, dude, it's good. It holds up.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it holds up, but you're gonna watch
Cool.
it. That's all. I'll
Alright.
say. Indiana
So-
Jones 5, maybe John Williams' final film score. He says, "I thought if Harrison Ford can do it, then perhaps I can also retire." So I don't know. The guy's been going forever. The career of a lifetime.
Yeah, it'd be a great one to go out on.
Yeah, Indy makes sense.
I really think Indiana Jones 5 will be great. I know a lot of people are very skeptical and stuff, but I really think James Mangold will do it justice for sure.
I can't wait for it to be released on phone so I can play it on the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland, and I'll be watching.
Oh,
it
right.
Yeah.
Live on Indiana Jones.
Yeah, as he's doing the whole ball scene. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god.
Furiosa synopsis reveals a villainous return. The Mad Max Fury Road prequel follows Anya Taylor-Joy's Furiosa caught up in the battle between tyrants Immortan Joe and Warlord Dementus.
Which is
Awesome.
one of those guys is the one from Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah,
So
I
probably
believe
a
that's
younger version.
Immortan Joe.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool stuff. I'm ready. I hope that this film is like crazy in action. Like just blow me away again. Right?
Yeah.
In IMAX, like Dune, like how Dune was.
Well, I think Mad Max Fury Road was so fresh, I
Mhm.
guess. And so I think the expectation will be that it's as fresh, if not fresher,
Yeah.
than that one. And I think
Certified
that's a
fresh. Yeah.
high expectation to have on it. So I don't
Hmm.
know. We'll see.
My favorite scene
I'm sure
still
George
is
Miller.
the guitar where he's
Oh,
all
it's
rocking up
epic.
down and the flames
It's
going.
epic.
so so crazy.
It's so good.
It's not
Yeah, great
needed,
movie.
but greatly appreciated.
They released that on DVD also in black and white, or they call it black and chrome edition. And
What?
dude, it's
Crazy.
sick. So like my Blu-ray copy of it has two discs. One
Huh.
is the regular version and one's the black and chrome. Or
Oh,
maybe
that's
it's not black and
crazy.
chrome,
Yeah, it is
silver and
called Black and
chrome.
Chrome. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Dude, it's actually sick because the way that they like color it or whatever, like I don't know, it's just a cool experience. It's the same way they did
Ooh.
Logan. Um,
Yeah.
they released Logan in black and white also. So like I have the disc that like the black and white Blu-ray disc of Logan, and
Uh-huh.
it's so intense, dude. It makes it like even darker
Oh,
than the
that
movie.
sounds
It's
crazy.
awesome.
Interesting
Yeah.
stuff. Wow. Here we go. We got Chris Pratt teases his updated Mario voice. He says it is unlike anything you've heard in the Mario world before. We've talked about that a lot before off stream. It's crazy.
It's like a threat, dude. I said this to Ryder earlier. Chris
Yeah.
Pratt came out and threatened you with this Mario voice.
Right.
You've never heard it before. Like, get ready. You're not
Threatens. Oh
ready
my
for
gosh.
this Mario voice.
So here's the thing. This guy, Chris Meledandri. Now, if you know who this
Okay.
is, let me know. I looked him up and then I put the word Mario in. Checked his whole IMDb. I don't know how he's attached to Mario whatsoever, but he said Chris Pratt was cast before because we felt he could give a great performance as Mario. Now that we've done about 15 recording sessions and the movie is 3/4 done, I sit here and say I love his performance as Mario. Now,
He's the CEO of Illumination, so he's
oh,
the
okay.
producer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what? But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't doubt any producer saying anything otherwise.
Yeah,
But
he wants good press.
I mean, yeah. I guess, man, that trailer's gonna be wild, memed up perhaps more than Morbius.
Yeah, it will be very memes. I can't wait. We got to trailer react to that whenever it comes out.
Mhm. Charlie Day.
Can't wait for Charlie.
Hey guys, it's me, Luigi.
It's gonna be so
No.
good.
His like stressful voice. It's great.
Mhm. Quentin Tarantino's Django and Zorro film, which is so wild to me, is not happening, mainly due to budget reasons, according to Jared Carmichael. Apparently, it was going to be a $500 million movie.
Yeah, can you believe that? $500 million.
Tarantino's only got one more movie, and so if you want to give him, like, somebody would be able to fund him $500 million for the movie. Somebody
Yeah.
would do it.
And this movie's title, Django and Zorro, it'd be the craziest thing ever. Because Django
Have you ever
is
seen a
already-
Zorro movie?
Yeah, with Antonio Banderas, those.
Yeah, Mask of Zorro.
Yeah, those are
Classics.
great.
Classics.
Classics. I mean, it would be and bring Antonio Banderas as Zorro. You know what
It'd
I mean?
be cool. Would they do it?
Yeah, I think he would. Just for the
Antonio
like
Banderas and freaking
Jamie Foxx's
Jamie
Django would
Foxx.
be insane. Just make
I
it
want
as
him to
bloody
do-
as he can.
I want Tarantino to do his Star Trek movie
For his 10th or just
as his 10th and final. He's
Man.
been talking about it for so long.
that's
It'd be
crazy.
cool.
I wonder what he's working on. Like if he did Kill Bill, I think that'd be safe. You know
It'd be
what I mean?
safe. I mean, I'd be fine with it, but it'd be safe.
No, yeah,
You're
I'd be
right.
like, oh, okay, cool. I'm watching this day
Like,
one,
okay.
but still, I want to see something like crazy, like Django and Zorro.
Right. 100%. I agree.
Okay, I'll move on here. Netflix just recently showed a trailer for Blonde, which is from Ana de Armas. She's starring as Marilyn Monroe. This is the biopic that's getting a lot of talk because it's NC-17, the first one for
Yeah.
Netflix. She says I found this really interesting. She said, I found Andrew Dominik's approach to Blonde to be the most daring, unapologetic, and feminist take on Marilyn Monroe's story that I have ever seen. So I wanted to ask you, I don't know if you know what this really entails, but I had to do some research. Blonde is apparently based on a book that's fictional of Marilyn Monroe. So this is not true about Marilyn Monroe. This is based off a book that's about Marilyn. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So it's not a biopic.
So it's not a biopic.
No. It's just like, here's her best moments, like the dance and the dress, but it's not. And there's some moments.
Fictional stories around those
Yeah.
true stories.
Yeah, I think so.
So weird.
Yeah. So
What has Andrew Dominik done before? That's my question.
let me
is
know.
he-
Is there anything we know? It's probably stuff
He
you've
has done the assassination of the coward Jesse James.
Okay.
The assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
killing them softly. So yeah, so seems like some gritty movies. really, really dark stuff here. I mean,
War Party with Tom Hardy. What is that? Oh, that's a movie that
I mean,
hasn't come out yet.
there's just some crazy stuff in this film. You know, there's a lot of like, I think sexual assault scenes. I think that's why it's NC-17. So I
Jeez.
don't know. It was apparently showed at some film festivals recently. I think it got some good reviews. I don't know if it
Okay,
was hard to
well,
watch. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know if I'll watch it. I'm kind of scared to check it out. You know.
I just don't know. Like nothing about it is like
Like
speaks
scared.
to me except for Anna
Right.
de Armas. I like Anna de Armas a lot, but there's literally nothing about it that is like, oh, I can't wait to see the movie about Marilyn Monroe. A fictional
No.
telling of Marilyn Monroe. Like that's not interesting to me at all. But I'm sure it'll be fine.
You gotta check
It'll
out
be
the
good.
trailer because she does already in the trailer. She does some good acting stuff, man. Like she's
I
there
saw. I saw.
crying.
There's like
Oh yeah.
a shot behind the mirror. That's like
Mhm.
that's all I saw.
Mhm.
I don't know how
Yeah,
much of the trailer there is, but
she's just crying there, and then she looks at the mirror, and then she starts laughing, like putting on a face. And I was like, whoa, that's
weird.
yeah. She's doing the
Some
Joker.
Joker
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, gross.
All right,
It's time, right?
all you, dude, all you.
I'm all right. Ready?
Mm.
This week, the internet was broken because Jon Snow, the TV show, is happening. Like, what in the world? Ryder, tell me a little bit about Snow.
Okay, so we got a little bit of details here. George R. R. Martin shares some sequel series details. The working title, Snow, of course, makes sense. It's in the script phase, so they've only got a couple drafts going right now, like the other 3 Game of Thrones spinoffs. But this is now one of, I think, 7 other spinoffs that are currently happening at the same time. I believe it's 7.
7 other
Correct. Yeah,
spinoffs.
animated shows and including House of Dragon that's
Good
coming
God.
soon. There's a lot. George R. R. Martin is involved in working with Kit Harington's writers and showrunner. And a little anecdote before we dive into it deeper. Amelia Clark says that Kit Harington told her about the show, and she says it's been created by Kit, as far as I can understand. So he's in it from the ground up.
Yeah. So
Great.
we have this quote here. This is from a Empire interview, basically. The series, Martin says, is in early development with Kit Harington on board in creative capacity. Yes, it was Kit Harington who brought the idea to us, he writes. I cannot tell you the names of the writers, the showrunners, but since the show has not been cleared for release yet, but Kit brought them in too, his own team, and they are terrific. Martin also confirmed, this is George R. R. Martin, the writer and creator of Game of Thrones. Martin confirmed that he himself is involved in the series, as he is with the other proposed successor shows to Game of Thrones. Kit's team has visited me here in Santa Fe and worked with me and my own team of brilliant, talented writers and consultants to hammer out the show. Very interesting to me that this is even happening, because if you do remember, Ryder, at the end of Game of Thrones, Kit Harington, homie, he checked into like a therapy camp, basically.
Yeah.
Like Game of Thrones destroyed his mental health.
Oh yeah, I never knew. You were the one who told me about this. That it seems surprising for me that he would come back maybe as a redemption
Yeah,
for himself, maybe right? Like
right.
to like I want to end this show off on my terms, almost right? Probably. Something like
Totally.
that.
Yeah, I just it's surprising to me. I would have never guessed. It was not
Mhm.
on my bingo card to have Jon Snow come back and do his own show, right?
He's
So,
probably like
very
he's getting the star power, and he's probably saying I probably have more power to create something that I want. So yeah,
it
he's
could
probably
be.
getting the redemption and saying, you know what, I want to see where this takes me. Maybe it's
Yeah.
almost his own ending. Like even though they ended
Sure.
it, it's like no, this is how I want to see the character go. I'm gonna do this myself. you know?
Yeah. No, I think there could be a lot of great ideas about his story past episode or season 8 of Game of
hmm
Thrones and how it is becoming the head of the Night's Watch, basically.
Yeah,
Um,
and diving
eh,
into his identity as a Targaryen
right.
too. It's a
Yeah.
lot of deep stuff there of who he is as a person, and I'm
Yeah.
sure he can play with that and have fun with it. Right, dive into the
Absolutely.
acting of it. Yeah, crazy stuff. I don't
Totally
know.
agree.
There's so much Game of Thrones world expansion going on, right?
Yeah, I mean, so we have this. We don't know when this is coming out or anything yet. We obviously have no details. We don't know who's writing it. We know George R. R. attached creatively with our boy, Kit
There
Harington
you
over
have
here.
it.
But
Yep.
yeah, it's all we'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
how it goes, dude. I'm a little concerned. We'll see how House of Dragon is, because that's going to be the telltale sign of whether or not people get excited about this. But I mean, you and I were talking about this earlier, Ryder. The hype level's just not there for House of Dragon.
Unfortunately, it seems like
Where are the people?
there's too much going on though. I think that the attention is on the other side with Lord of the Rings, but House of
Cannot
Dragon,
wait.
yeah. But I'm holding out for House of Dragon. I'll be
Yeah.
there, and
Oh yeah.
and then we'll see kind of like, do we want more Jon Snow after? You know?
I'll be there day
Yeah.
one for House of Dragon, dude. Day one. I'll be
Absolutely.
watching that right away. But hopefully it's good. Guys, if you want to know more about Snow and the upcoming Game of Thrones spin-off shows, you can stick right here at Strictly Casual, where we cover all the latest in movies, TV, streaming, video games, and pop culture. All that good stuff. Subscribe right down below. If you want to listen to the entire episode, you can go to audio platforms for free or become a member right here on the channel. Love you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
There you have it. There you have it. Man, I was like, there we go. We'll
There it
that.
is. Hot.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We got Bob's Burgers movies. I'll go ahead and wrap up the HBO. We got Bob's Burgers coming to HBO Max and Hulu in the US July 12th. And Harley Quinn is announced for July. So season 3, baby. I say this every single time.
The animated show.
Yeah, the animated show. I think I talk about that every single week. And it's like, give me Harley Quinn, baby.
I'd like to watch that eventually.
It's good. It's good to put on the side when you're busy.
And then jumping on to Disney Plus, we have the first look at the cast of the Santa Claus sequel series titled The Santa Clauses, of course, because the first one's Santa Claus. Sure, right. Austin Kane and Elizabeth Allen Dick, Tim Allen's real life daughter, play Cal and Grace, Santa and Mrs. Claus kids. Nice. Cool.
Good stuff.
I still think Santa Claus 2 is the second best Christmas movie of all time. So
really, and the first being?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah, okay. No, that yeah.
A very serious movie and a very much
yeah.
a comedy Christmas movie.
I still love Christmas with the Cranks, man. That one's
Christmas with the Cranks is great. Yeah,
I think that's my 2. One being, I think It's a Wonderful Life. It's like, God, that movie is amazing.
Yeah, it's just too good. It's just too good.
I'll give a 3. I think number 3 is probably I don't know, Polar Express maybe. I guess I don't know.
I hate Polar Express. That movie creeps me out with a passion.
Dude, it kind of creeps me out too. That's what I was gonna say.
It's so scary.
Yeah.
Scary movie.
Here we go. Light stuff. Paul Walker's getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Posthumous.
Awesome.
Great. Happy to hear it. And okay, Jon Favreau. I'll say Jon Favreau as well. Finally, for all his work that he's done for Star Wars and Marvel, getting a star.
Dude, not even. He should get a star for other things.
No, for Chef alone, give him the star. Are you kidding?
Yeah, but he's like he's done so much.
Producing,
he's done so
writing,
much work way before. Yeah.
Oh, Elf. Elf is top Christmas movie.
Yeah, Elf's overrated.
Overhyped. Yeah, I was about to say.
I've seen it a lot. I've seen it sure it's great, but I've seen it 10 million times. You know, Santa Claus 2. I'll watch the movie twice a year, 3 times a year. I think it's a perfect movie.
Let me ask: I want to see. Does this movie qualify as a Christmas film? Mean Girls? Is that a Christmas movie? Yeah.
No. Because the plot has to revolve around Christmas. It can't take place during Christmas time. That's where I'm at for a Christmas movie.
So like, what Batman movie revolves in Christmas? No, there's a Batman movie that
there's Christmas themed or Christmas setting. You know?
Oh yeah,
it's like how the Batman is not a Halloween movie, but it takes place right around Halloween.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Sure, you could spin it. You could spin it to be like, okay, yeah, this movie takes place during Christmas. It has one scene in Christmas. I guess it's a Christmas. You know what I mean? But I'm talking. Your movie's got to be like centered around Christmas.
It's got to have the decorations in every scene. And it's got to.
Yeah. It's got to have the Christmas. It's got to get you in the Christmas spirit, bro. I'm not watching like Mean Girls. You know, like get me in the Christmas spirit. No.
Let's watch some Mean Girls. I want to get in the Christmas spirit. I want to feel it now.
Forget about it, dude. Yeah. Forget about it.
Okay, I'm ready here. Vincent, please honor the people. Honor everybody. Bless their ears with what's your recommendation this week?
I think it's obvious if it's not already. I finally finished RRR. I watched it in 3 different. It's just so dang long. But RRR is one of the best movies of the year, and you can watch it from the comfort of your own home on Netflix. But I highly recommend getting a group of buddies together, hitting a bar, and then going in a theater to see RRR, and you might have your favorite theater experience ever.
Yeah, no, you will.
But there was hype levels.
It's going to.
It is in select theaters right now. It's in select theaters.
That is crazy. What a time that would be. Oh my gosh, with a crowd.
Oh. So, someone did a budget breakdown of this movie. It was $70 million to make this movie.
Okay.
That was like the budget or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they broke it down, comparing it to like a Marvel movie. Every frame of CGI or whatever for a Marvel movie, somebody said was like over $100,000 for every frame of CGI.
Gosh. Yeah.
Which doesn't actually seem right, because that would only mean 10 frames is $1 million. I mean,
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't add up, right? But they were trying to say like I don't know. They're trying to compare VFX because we obviously
yeah.
Marvel's VFX are much better than RRR's. RRR's are like very cheesy visual effects, but they're awesome. They're
Yeah.
so cool. Everything is awesome.
They're creative
I
with the
love it.
technicality of it. Like it's not just like
So
a green
creative.
screen. It's like a tiger jumping, and like that CGI is
Yeah.
insane. Like Quarter Crew recently did a video on them on
Did they
RRR.
really?
Yeah, yeah. Like just this past day after we were talking about it, I'm like, oh my gosh,
Oh my
everyone's talking about
god.
it. So you gotta watch. They
Dude, I
break down the
have to
yeah,
watch that.
really crazy stuff. I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen like the first like 30 seconds. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, my recommendation too is RRR. I haven't finished it, and that's just to tell you how great it is. Like go watch this and finish it, because I was watching 10 minutes of it, and then it takes a turn for the best, and I was like, what is going on? I would have never expected this with the characters.
So you just got to Snakebite,
I just got to Snakebite.
which means you have like the next scene seems like it could be the finale of the movie.
Oh,
And then
my God.
Ryder, they take it even further. They
This
take
is
it way further. It's so good.
There's
so
dance
I mean,
sequences, fighting
I
tigers.
just highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It's so good. This week I also watched Fletch Lives again. Fletch is an 80s movie starring Chevy Chase,
Okay.
where he's a journalist.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay.
he, like investigates crimes and stuff like that.
Nice.
So and they're comedy movies, but they're remaking it this year. John Hamm is starring as Fletch.
Oh.
And so I'm very excited. Fletch Lives is like a cult classic in my family. Like we just watch it all the time, every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, every once in a while we'll like go to just start quoting Fletch Lives. And so we watched that again, and it was
Wow, that's cool. That's good.
another. I know we skipped a week of Freeze Frame. So I also watched Molly's Game. I don't know if you've seen
right.
Molly's Game.
I have, yeah. Briefly, I was like in and out of the room, but I was there watching it. Tobey Maguire, right? No, not Tobey Maguire. I mean, he's one of the characters. Yeah, right?
Yeah, he's Michael
Played by
Cera
Michael
plays
Cera.
Tobey Maguire.
That's crazy. It's a crazy story, though. Pretty nuts.
It's a crazy story. So
Underground
yeah, I highly
Poker.
recommend that one too.
Cool. Yeah, I saw Elvis. I recommend it. I mean, I hope you guys like it. It's Baz Luhrmann, so it's a little weird, a little silly, but I mean, just go in it thinking it's gonna be weird and your expectations will be set. Great film if you're a fan of Elvis.
Right.
And then I've just been watching shows. Like I started The Flight Attendant. I don't know why I'm watching that one. I chose me and my mom watched season 1, and now we're on season 2. And
Beautiful. That sounds great.
yeah, that's about it, I believe. What else you got?
I also started The Offer this week, which is on Paramount Plus with Miles Teller, and it's about the making of The Godfather, the movie back in the 70s, and how like the mob was upset that The Godfather was being made. And just Mario Puzo, who's the author of The Godfather, and how they kind of he owed money to the mob like as he was writing The Godfather story, and so it was like this big thing about like making it into a movie. It's very good so far. Really highly recommend it.
Coppola's in it, right? Played by that actor from Fantastic Beasts, right?
Yeah. Secrets
Okay.
of whatever.
Cool. That's awesome. I love when they do that, when they show people in movies.
I'm excited to watch more of that show because I'm really only in the beginning of it. It's like 8 episodes, miniseries. Like it's done, so I'll probably punch through it. But I'm really liking it so far. So.
Oh, cool. Oh, I'm also watching Umbrella Academy. I'm in that one right now.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's a fun time, man. It's a fun time. But
that's awesome.
Man, you're watching good stuff. We got a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah. And we are 1 subscriber away from 2,000.
Oh yeah. 1 away from 2K, guys. That's crazy.
Pretty crazy.
We'll wrap up with the quote of the week. We got it. Here we go. And you tell me if this is hard, if you know it or not. So maybe don't look, but I'm gonna say this.
I won't look.
In no context whatsoever, quote of the week, ladies and gentlemen. The city streets are crowded for the holidays, even with the rain. Now I can keep going. But tell me if you know it already. Ready? Okay.
I know exactly.
Oh God. Okay.
Keep going.
Hidden in the chaos is the element waiting to strike like snakes. I mean, no context. It's like, what is that even from? I mean, it's easy. We're kind of get back in the groove of it. So it's.
Easy for me. I don't know. It might not be easy for everybody.
We'll say it one more time. The city streets are crowded for the holidays, even with the rain. Hidden in the chaos is the element waiting to strike like snakes.
Now, I have a suggestion to make, Ryder.
Okay, yeah.
I think that when we go into Discord, when we do some Discord stuff, we should have a section where we put the quote of the week after we do every episode, and where people can guess. Like people can go guess in there. That way we have some, like, I think that'd be fun. That'd be a great time.
Great idea. Yeah, absolutely. Good call. I'll put a sticky note of that.
Sweet. All right. All right.
Yeah, there you have it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for listening. We're back finally. It's good to be back, bro. This is fun. Lots of good
This is
stuff
good.
going.
Mhm.
You can check out all our social media, of course. TikTok. Check out our TikTok and our social media like Instagram and Twitter. Twitter, where all our updates you can find us the most active on. We also stream on Twitch, both of us. Twitch.tv/Bobashinga and Twitch.tv/Mr. Hollywood. We'll be streaming it up. It just streamed yesterday. Good stream.
Yep.
Mario stuff.
Oh, it was a great stream. It was tons of fun.
Yeah, it's good. But yeah, I'll be streaming again soon, and yeah, just stay tuned for the channel for more breakdowns, reactions, reviews, gaming news, movie news, all that stuff.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys watching, guys.
Have a good one, everybody. Bye bye.